Welcome to Mindful Moments. Nourish your mind on the go. This audio uses AI narration to present our original book analysis. Today, we're diving into The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. It's kind of like a treasure map to personal finance, hidden within these ancient parables. And you'll meet Arkad, the wealthiest man in Babylon, and uncover his secrets, which are surprisingly relevant even today.
What's fascinating about this book is that it doesn't just tell you what to do with money. It actually takes you back in time, showing you how these principles played out in the lives of everyday Babylonians, people like Bansir the chariot builder or Dabasir the camel trader.
Right. The book opens with Bansir and his friend Kobe, and they're hardworking but broke, which is ironic considering they live in the wealthiest city in the world. So they go to Arkad for advice, hoping to crack the code of wealth. I think a lot of us can relate to that struggle.
Absolutely. And Arkad's story is a powerful reminder that wealth, it isn't about luck or inheritance. He started with nothing, learning from a wise moneylender named Eldamish. And what he discovered were the 7 cures for a lean purse, which are essentially habits that pave the way to financial success.
Okay, so let's unpack those cures. The first one is start thy purse to fattening. In other words, pay yourself first. Save at least 10% of your earnings before you spend anything else. I'm curious, what kind of psychological shift does this create?
It's a subtle but profound change. You know when you prioritize saving, you're essentially telling yourself that your future financial well-being is more important than immediate gratification. It shifts your focus from spending to building.
That makes sense. So once you started saving, the next cure is control thy expenditures. This is where budgeting comes in, right?
Exactly. The book encourages you to differentiate between needs and wants. A need is something essential for survival, like food and shelter. A want is something that enhances your life but isn't strictly necessary.
So how do you apply that in a practical way?
Think about it like this. You need food, but you don't necessarily need to eat out every day. You need clothes, but you don't need a designer wardrobe. The book doesn't advocate for deprivation, but it does encourage mindful spending.
Got it. So the third cure is make thy gold multiply, which means putting your savings to work. Any specific advice on how to do that?
So Arkad learned this lesson the hard way, losing his initial savings in a bad investment. His advice: seek guidance from those who are knowledgeable about money. Today, this could mean consulting with a financial advisor or doing thorough research before investing in anything.
He emphasizes that a small, safe return is better than risking your entire savings on a risky venture.
Absolutely. And it's fascinating how this connects to the fourth cure, guard thy treasures from loss. It's not just about avoiding bad investments. It's also about protecting yourself from unforeseen circumstances.
So things like insurance.
Exactly. And this leads us to the fifth cure. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. In ancient Babylon, this meant owning your home. Today, it could also mean investing in real estate or other assets that appreciate in value over time.
The book stresses the importance of owning something tangible. That contributes to your long-term financial security.
Right. And let's not forget the sixth cure, ensure a future income. This is all about planning for retirement and making sure you have a steady stream of income even when you're no longer working.
This resonates so much with the idea of delayed gratification, which seems to be a recurring theme in the book. You work hard now so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor later.
Precisely. And finally, the seventh cure is increase thy ability to earn. This means continuously investing in yourself, developing your skills, and increasing your knowledge base.
It's about becoming more valuable in the marketplace, which naturally leads to higher earning potential.
Exactly. The 7 cures work together to create a holistic approach to financial well-being. It's not just about saving money. It's about developing the right mindset and habits that lead to long-term prosperity.
Now, the book also dives into the 5 laws of gold, which a traveler named Kalabab shares. He tells the story of Nomasir, who receives a bag of gold and a tablet with these laws inscribed on it.
Nomasir's journey is a cautionary tale about what happens when you ignore these principles. He initially squanders his gold through reckless spending and poor investments, but eventually learns from his mistakes.
His story really highlights the importance of learning from those who have already achieved financial success.
And these 5 laws are like guiding principles for managing wealth. The first one is, gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings.
Sounds familiar, right? It's a direct echo of the first cure. Start thy purse to fattening.
Exactly. The 5 laws build upon and reinforce the 7 cures. The second law states that gold laboreth diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment.
This connects to make thy gold multiply and guard thy treasures from loss. It's about investing wisely and protecting your capital.
The third law emphasizes seeking advice from those who are experienced in handling money, which resonates with the principle of guard thy treasures from loss. The fourth law cautions against investing in things you don't understand or that aren't endorsed by experts, further reinforcing the importance of careful investment.
And the fifth law warns against chasing impossible earnings or following the advice of tricksters and schemers. It's a reminder to be discerning and cautious when it comes to investment opportunities.
All 5 laws are essentially about respecting the power of money and using it wisely.
Now let's move on to the parable of the gold lender of Babylon. This story features Rodan the spearmaker, who's faced with a difficult decision, whether to lend his hard-earned gold to his brother-in-law.
He seeks guidance from Mathathon, a wise gold lender, who cautions him about the potential risks involved, even when lending to family.
Mathon's advice is so insightful. He says, better a little caution than a great regret. It's about weighing the potential consequences of your financial decisions carefully.
He emphasizes that lending should be based on a sound assessment of the borrower's ability to repay. He even categorizes loans based on risk using his token chest, a collection of items pledged as collateral, to illustrate the importance of evaluating character and opportunity.
His stories showcase the complexities of human nature and the need for prudence when dealing with money.
Next, we encounter Dabasir's inspiring story in The Camel Trader of Babylon. It's a tale of resilience and redemption, showcasing the transformative power of hard work and determination.
Dabasir goes from being a spoiled, debt-ridden youth to a runaway slave. But even after hitting rock bottom, he finds his way back to Babylon with a renewed sense of purpose.
His story reminds us that it's never too late to take responsibility for your financial situation and turn things around. He demonstrates the importance of confronting your challenges head-on and seeking expert guidance when needed.
He uses Mathon's debt repayment plan, meticulously documented on clay tablets, to systematically work his way out of debt. This plan is detailed in The Clay Tablets from Babylon, highlighting the enduring value of structured debt management.
The remarkable thing is that this ancient plan proved effective, even thousands of years later. Professor Shrewsbury and his wife successfully applied Dabasir's method to overcome their own financial struggles in the 20th century.
That's incredible. It shows that the principles outlined in this book truly are timeless. And speaking of timeless wisdom, the final parable we'll touch on in this part of our deep dive is the luckiest man in Babylon.
This story recounts the journey of Sharonada, who rises from being a slave to a successful merchant. His story underscores the power of mentorship, hard work, and a strong work ethic.
He attributes his success to learning from others who were dedicated and hardworking, like Megiddo the farmer, and his former business partner, Arad Gula, who had also once been a slave. They found joy and fulfillment in their work, and this dedication, he believed, was rewarded by the gods.
His story emphasizes the idea that opportunities are available to those who are willing to seize them and work diligently towards their goals.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive. We've explored the 7 cures for a lean purse, the 5 laws of gold, and several captivating parables that illustrate these principles in action.
It's amazing how much wisdom is packed into these ancient stories and how relevant they remain even in our modern world.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into the practical applications of these principles and discuss what they mean for you and your financial journey.
Welcome back to our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon. Let's shift gears a bit and explore how these ancient principles can be applied in our modern lives.
It's fascinating to think that financial wisdom from thousands of years ago can still be so relevant today. Like, take the concept of saving 10% of your earnings. That's a principle that transcends time.
Absolutely. It's the foundation of building wealth. But it's not just about saving, it's also about controlling where the other 90% goes. And this is where budgeting comes in. The second cure, control thy expenditures.
The book really emphasizes the importance of differentiating between needs and wants. But honestly, that line can get blurry sometimes. I know I've fallen victim to impulse purchases more than I'd like to admit.
Oh, we've all been there. Think of it this way. Needs are the essentials. Food, shelter, basic clothing. Wants are everything else. That enhances your life, but isn't strictly necessary. The book isn't about denying yourself enjoyment, but rather about making conscious choices.
So practically speaking, what are some strategies for controlling expenditures?
One approach is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants. and 20% to savings and debt repayment, of course. You can adjust these percentages based on your individual circumstances, but it's a helpful framework.
I've also heard of people using budgeting apps to track their spending.
Yeah, technology can be a powerful tool for managing your finances. There are numerous apps that can categorize your spending, set budget limits, and even send you alerts when you're approaching your limits.
And once you have a handle on your spending, the next step is to make thy gold multiply. Put your savings to work through investing. Any tips on how to approach investing in today's world?
Well, Arkad's advice is to seek guidance from those who are experienced in handling money today. We have access to a wealth of information and resources. Financial advisors can help you create a personalized investment plan. But you can also educate yourself through books, online courses, and reputable financial websites.
And it's crucial to remember Arkad's emphasis on safety and security. He learned this the hard way, losing his savings in a bad investment early in his life.
He stresses the importance of avoiding risky ventures and protecting your principal. A slow and steady return on your investment is far more desirable than risking it all for a quick profit.
What about the idea of make of thy dwelling a profitable investment? Does that still hold true today?
Absolutely. Owning a home is still a valuable investment for many people. It provides stability, builds equity, and can appreciate in value over time. But dwelling can also encompass other assets like rental properties or even land.
It's about owning something tangible. That contributes to your long-term financial security. And let's not forget about planning for the future. Ensure a future income.
Retirement planning is crucial. The earlier you start, the better. There are numerous retirement savings plans available, and it's worth exploring your options and finding one that fits your goals.
And about ensuring you have a comfortable and secure future, even when you're no longer working. And finally, we have increase thy ability to earn, the seventh cure.
Investing in yourself is one of the best investments you can make. Continuously developing your skills and knowledge can lead to higher earning potential and open up new career opportunities.
This could involve taking courses, attending workshops, pursuing a higher degree, or even just reading books and articles in your field.
It's about staying relevant and marketable in an ever-evolving job market.
Now, one of the most compelling parts of the book for me was Dabasir's story, the camel trader of Babylon. His transformation from a spoiled, debt-ridden youth to a successful businessman is truly inspiring.
It's a powerful reminder that no matter how dire your financial situation may seem, it's always possible to turn things around with determination and the right approach.
He was sold into slavery after squandering his father's wealth. To come back from that and rebuild his life is incredible.
His story highlights the importance of taking responsibility for your actions and seeking guidance when you need it. He meticulously followed Mathon's debt repayment plan, which demonstrates the power of structured debt management.
The fact that Professor Shrewsbury successfully applied that same plan thousands of years later is remarkable.
It speaks to the enduring wisdom of these principles. They are timeless because they are based on fundamental truths about human nature and the way wealth is built and maintained.
And speaking of timeless wisdom, Sharonada's story, The Luckiest Man in Babylon, really resonated with me. He rose from being a slave to a successful merchant, emphasizing the importance of hard work, perseverance, and finding joy in your work.
He attributes his success to the lessons he learned from Megiddo, the hardworking farmer, and Arad Gula, his former business partner who had also once been a slave. They found fulfillment and purpose in their work, which he believed attracted the favor of the gods.
It's a beautiful reminder that success isn't just about financial gain. It's also about finding meaning and satisfaction in what you do.
And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore some specific actions you can take to apply these principles in your own life. So stay tuned for part 3.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the richest man in Babylon. We've journeyed through ancient parables, uncovered timeless financial principles, and explored how they can be applied in our modern lives. Now, let's get practical. What are some actionable steps our listeners can take away from this deep dive?
That's the key question, isn't it? The beauty of The Richest Man in Babylon is that it doesn't just offer abstract advice. It provides concrete actions that you can start implementing today.
Okay, so where do we begin? What's the first step on this path to financial well-being?
It all starts with Arkad's fundamental principle. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Commit to saving at least 10% of your income before you spend anything else. It's about shifting your mindset, prioritizing your future financial security over immediate gratification.
I think a lot of people struggle with that. They tell themselves they'll save what's left at the end of the month, but that rarely works.
You're absolutely right. You have to make saving a priority. Treat it as a non-negotiable expense, just like paying your rent or mortgage. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings account each payday. Make it a habit, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your savings will grow.
Once you've started fattening your purse, what's the next step?
Gain control of your spending. That's where budgeting comes in. Carefully track your expenses for a month or two. You might be surprised at where your money is actually going. This awareness is crucial for identifying areas where you can cut back or eliminate unnecessary spending.
The book talks about distinguishing between needs and wants, which can be a real eye-opener.
It's a simple concept, but so powerful. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or is it just something I want? You might find that you're spending a significant amount on things that don't truly add value to your life.
Are there any specific budgeting techniques you recommend?
We mentioned the 50-30-20 rule earlier. It's a great starting point. But there are other methods too, like the envelope system, where you allocate cash for different spending categories each month. And of course, there are numerous budgeting apps available that can help you track your spending and stay on top of your finances.
Technology can be a great tool for managing your money. Now, once you have a handle on your spending, it's time to make thy gold multiply. Put your savings to work through investing. What advice would you give to someone who's new to investing?
Arkad emphasizes the importance of seeking guidance from those who are knowledgeable about money. Don't be afraid to consult with a financial advisor. They can help you create an investment plan that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance. There are also many reputable resources available online, but be sure to do your research and choose sources wisely.
It's crucial to remember that investing involves risk, and there are no guarantees.
Absolutely. Arkad learned this the hard way, losing his early savings in a bad investment. That's why he stresses the importance of protecting your principal and prioritizing safety over risky ventures. A slow and steady return on your investment is far more desirable than losing it all chasing a quick profit.
Speaking of slow and steady, Dabazir's debt repayment plan is a great example of that. It shows that with persistence and a well-structured plan, even significant debt can be overcome.
His story is incredibly empowering. It reminds us that it's never too late to take control of your finances and work towards a more secure future. If you're struggling with debt, reach out for help. There are credit counseling agencies and debt management programs that can provide guidance and support.
And as you start to make progress on your financial journey, don't forget to invest in yourself. The seventh cure. Increase thy ability to earn.
This is about continuously developing your skills, acquiring new knowledge, and seeking opportunities for growth. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become in the marketplace, and the greater your earning potential will be.
It's about taking ownership of your career and seeking ways to enhance your skills and knowledge. This can involve taking courses, attending workshops, pursuing certifications, or even just reading books and articles in your field.
It's about being proactive and investing in your future.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the richest man in Babylon, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with today?
Financial success is not a matter of luck or circumstance. It's about adopting the right mindset, developing good habits, and taking consistent action. The Richest Man in Babylon provides a roadmap for anyone seeking to achieve financial stability and build lasting wealth. It's not just about accumulating money. It's about creating a life of financial freedom and security.
It's a timeless guide to creating a more prosperous future, filled with abundance and peace of mind. And if you'd like to explore these principles further, we encourage you to check out The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. You'll find a link to purchase the book in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to subscribe to the Mindful Moments channel for more enriching book analyses. Until next time, keep those minds sharp, and may your purses be ever fattening.